Hello everybody, this is JD. I'm going to be doing this video because I'm getting a little upset. What's upsetting me? Garbage I'm hearing on the internet. That's right. I don't get it often, but I get a few. Like, ha ha ha, your video's a joke. What makes you think you can do the job of a president? On and on, that type of stuff. Well, I'm going to have to admit with them, I have to agree, they're 100% right. Because I cannot in my whole life ever was as incompetent as what Obama is right now. I'm sorry to say that about our president, but in my opinion, he's totally incompetent. He's way in over his head. He has no idea how to handle the situation, and he's depending on other people to do the job who can't do the job. I guess that's what you guys want for a presidency. Someone who's going to appoint people who don't know anything about what they're doing, just good friends, into positions that are very vital to our nation. And hopefully they can stumble through the mess. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm watching this Gulf oil crisis and what Obama is doing, and he's shown that he is totally incapable of doing the job of president. I'll be honest with you, I don't think he could handle Afghanistan if it completely turned the other way. If it wasn't he had competent generals, I don't think he would know what to do. If the Taliban was to combine with Al-Qaeda from around the world and mass against in Afghanistan, I don't think President Obama would even know how to do or what to do. I think he'd be afraid to step outside the line, step outside the box. I'm sorry. I've been waiting to see Obama do something. Now it's been almost 40 days, going on to a month, 2 months, over the month. And what does he do? He goes and watches a dog and pony show. Interesting. And that's what I call a dog and pony show. They send a bunch of people clean up an area and say, oh, see what we're doing? No. Well, after I seen that dog and pony show, I would say, well, what about these wet marshlands I looked at? What about these beaches I looked at? What about this? What about this? What about this vast ocean of water that I've went through that's totally covered with oil? I don't see anyone doing a competent job of cleaning anything up, except for a little square slot here, because I would have bet that'd have been the last place I visited, not the first, and they would not know where I'm going. Also, I wouldn't be up in D.C. right now. I'd be down in the Gulf with my team, looking at everything, assessing everything, and handling it. Yes, I would be directing it. Right there. Yeah, that's where I'm a little bit different. I know what it is to be in a position of responsibility. I know what it is to delegate. I know what it is to do the job and get the job done. I could not be as incompetent. I would kill myself if I was as incompetent as he was. So yes, you people out there who say I can't do the job, I'll agree. I cannot be that incompetent. I never have, never will be. I'm sorry. Some of you can say, oh, it's easy when you sit at home on the bench. Obama found that out. Made all those promises and then he became president and whoa, it's a lot different. But I know that difference. And I know how to get a job done. And one thing I always learn, never trust friends when you need something important done. Because they're the first ones that are going to lie to you and tell you what you want to hear. And first-hand experience is the best when you're trying to evaluate something. I'm sorry, I'd have been up and down that coast so much it was ridiculous. The doggone security for me would be going crazy because they won't be knowing where I'm going first, where I'm going next, and how I'm going. That's what I'd be doing. I'm sorry. I can't do a job like that. I can't sit back and let things falter, let things flounder when it needs to be handled. You're out there who's saying I can't do the job of president. If the president is to do nothing, to look like a fool, to accomplish almost nothing but give good speeches, I can't do that. Heck, all you out there know my grammar is terrible. You criticize my grammar, right? I can't write worth a darn. So I guess I won't be writing books. But that's what I'm running for. I'm running for President of the United States because the country needs a solid, real, ordinary, down-to-earth president. Not a political pawn. Not a politician who is politically correct. Someone who could say, that was a nice dog pony show you showed me, BP, but it doesn't cut the ice because the rest of it looks like crap. No, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I cannot go and say, oh, they're doing everything they can and we will make sure. I wouldn't be making speeches down there. I'd be asking you, tell me what you see. Tell me what you need. And then when I go back to Washington or wherever I'm at, I would say, this is what they need. This is what they see. Get it done. I wouldn't be making promises to you. You'd be telling me, and I would be making sure it gets done. I'm sorry, people. You're right. I can't be that tight. I can't be that incompetent. For all you who say that I couldn't do the job as a president, you're right. I cannot do the job of a puppet, a fool, and look like an idiot. It's too far beneath me. I would have total control over the situation. Total control. And the only person who would be talking to me is the Commandant of the Coast Guard. And his ass, excuse the expression, would be on the line. That's it. Bottom line. For you people who say I wouldn't be able to do the job of the president, you're right. I cannot do nothing and give good speeches. I cannot stand around and watch things get destroyed for no sound reason whatsoever. I cannot go where they tell me to go and not go where I want to go. When I go look at something, I will look at all of it, not one little spot. I'm sorry. I can't work like that. As your president, I will do the job that needs to be done. To heck with the political parties, to heck with the fundraisers, to heck with the Broadway shows at JFK Theater. I don't care about that stuff. I can't do those things. If you want somebody who looks good in front of a whole bunch of people taking pictures, get a clown. You want a president who's going to do the job, that cannot do anything less than what is needed to be done, and will do much more, then start looking my way. That's all I got to tell you. For you people who say I can't do the job as president, I agree. I cannot be that incompetent. I'm sorry. And that's all I can say. So then in that sense, yes, I cannot be that incompetent, so I can't do that job. But then we don't need incompetence to lead this country, do we? This is JD. Have a nice day. If you want incompetence, if you want failure, if you want to continue the way this country's going, re-elect Obama or go for another politician. They're all the same. But if you want to get down to the values of our forefathers and start our country in a different direction and get things done that need to be done, and I mean hard things, not the easy way, then you better start looking this way, because I never do things the easy way. But I do get things done. That's all I can say. Thank you. This is JD.